This week on Machinery Pete TV, the Duff and Julie Dimmig retirement sale saw some competitive bidding, especially when this Ford F550 XLT service pickup went on the auction block. Some tractors are found in the fence row. This one works there. And Rick Rediger shares his perspective on the machinery market from an auctioneer's point of view.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. Today we're in Walnut, Illinois. It is freezing outside, but we're nice and warm and toasty inside here. We've got a great line of equipment selling, and what a treat we get to watch Rediger Auction Service with roots going back over 80 years in the auction business. Now before we hop into the action, we got to start with Share Your Legacy with our friends at Big Iron.
Big Iron Auctions has been proud to share the legacies of rural America in 2023. Though each family is unique, they're bonded by hard work, perseverance, love of country, and love for their families. From the 89-year-old gearhead in Ocheyedan, Iowa.
Since I was old enough to know any kind of tractors, nothing has ever had enough power to suit me.
And that's why they call you the oldest juvenile delinquent to this day.
I think you're probably right.
To the family in Lively Grove, Illinois that started a farm from scratch in 2001.
Created a passion in me, and I always dreamed about it. Being a farmer in this country that's the milk and honey of this country. It's what built this place.
Share Your Legacy has been honored to meet these great families. And don't forget the dairy farmer from Wahoo, Nebraska.
You can do the work that you need to do. You can do the hard work, but do the work. Like no matter what it is, and don't let somebody tell you that you can't do something because you're a girl. Sometimes dairy cows need a woman's touch. That's just the way it is.
And the Hereford cows from Central Missouri, and the cowboys from the Texas Panhandle.
Hello. We got to make sure the boys are happy today, don't we?
My folks started building this house in 1929, so I sleep in the bedroom I was born in.
America's legacy is found in its rural communities, on the farms and ranches that continue to feed our nation and the world. The mission continues as Big Iron travels coast to coast throughout the year. To nominate a family story to be featured in the Share Your Legacy program, please go to bigiron.com and we'll see you soon.
Hey, stay with us folks. You love Ford trucks. You're not going to want to miss this. We got a 2014 F550 XLT, just under 51,000 miles on it with a knapheide service bed.
For over 40 years, Big Iron has been America's trusted name in auctions. From farm equipment to real estate, to livestock and classic cars, we offer full service support to all of our sellers. In 2022, Big Iron acquired Sullivan Auctioneers in an effort to elevate the level of service provided to our customers. Both companies sharing similar small town origins, our stories begin the same. Combined, our over 80 years of experience has established best practices to better serve our customers in the online auction space. With our large online selection of equipment, engaged bidder base, and full service approach, we take pride in consistently exceeding our customers' expectations. Big Iron Auctions and Sullivan Auctioneers. Truly, we are better together.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Made in South Dakota by Dakota Ag Innovations, a company with a 20-year history of working with top construction equipment manufacturers, now offering Dakota Shine to the farm community to help you keep your equipment looking like new and retain more value when it comes time to sell or trade. Key active ingredient from corn soy derivatives. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today. Well, folks, I know it doesn't feel like harvest weather, but I tell you what, we got a nice corn head on the auction today, a 2021 John Deere C12F 12-row. Sale bill said it's only been used 222.6 SEP hours. Now I tell you what, just about a year ago I saw 4 21 model C12F sold at auction, and they went anywhere from 131,000 up to 170,000.
100,000 out pound, 110, 100 now 110, 110, 110, 100 now 110, 100 now 10, 10, 10, 100,000 now 110, 110, 120, 100 now the total, 110, 120, 100 now the total, 110, 120, 100 now the total, come on Brooklyn, 110, 120, 120, 130, I'm on the floor, 120, 30, 100 now the 30, 30, 30, 120, 130, 30, 130 now 135, 135, 135, 135, 130 now the 5, 5, 5, 135, 135, now 140, JR 140, 135 and 40, 135 and the pole, 135 and 40 all done, 135 and 40. Sold that thing your way out, 135,000.
Hey folks, I'm here with Jeremy and Jonathan. You guys grew up in the auction business, Rediger Auction Service. I imagine since you guys were just yay high?
Yep. Yep.
What do you remember about those early days?
Saturdays, Sundays, early mornings, household sales, dragging all that stuff out the morning of.
Now, do you remember the first things that you guys got behind the mic and sold?
I do. First thing was a consignment sale, and I don't remember the situation, but we had something pulled us away at Princeton Fairgrounds back in the day when Uncle Jim and Dad were still together, and I sold a flat of screwdrivers.
Screwdrivers, now you're not selling screwdrivers today.
Nope, no screwdrivers today. We're in a little different.
It's a long way to a Quad-Track 620.
There you go. There you go.
And now, Jeremy, you have boys, and your oldest Brick, is he wanting to get in?
Yep, he'll be attending. I don't know if we're going to do the Missouri or the Iowa. Grandpa kind of pulling for the Iowa, and I'm kind of pulling for the Missouri side, but for where we went to school individually. But yeah, he'll be doing that this summer.
And did you, as they were growing up, did you see echoes of your own path?
Yeah. I mean, you could almost see the flash where he got it, and he started to enjoy it a little differently. And
Now, guys, what has it been like working with your mom and dad and your grandpa, a legend in the business? What was that like, John, as watching them through the years and working with them now as you're older?
They taught us everything we know. You learn a lot. It's totally different than it was 20 years ago. As far as the business goes, everything is completely different.
All right, folks, time for something different here on Machinery PTV. We have a 2014 Ford F550 XLT service truck, 50,800 miles on it with a napite service bed. This is going to be fun.
75, 75, 75, what'd you say? Got 71 and 2, 71,000 and 2, 72 and 3 and 3, 73, 73 and 74, 74 now 75, 75 and 76, 76 and 78, 78 and 79, 79,000, 79,000 out of it on to 99, 79, 79 to 80,000, 80,000 to 81, 80,000 to 1, 1, 1, 81 to 2, 81 to 9 to 2, 3, 82 and 3, 3, 3, 83,000, now 84, 83 and 4, 4, 83 and 84, 83 and 4, 4, 83 and 4. You sat here all day, boys. 84,000, 83 and 4, 83 and 4, 4, 83 and 4, 84 and 85, 85 and 6, 85 and 6, 85 and 86, 85 and 6, 85 and 86, 85 and 6, 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 now 87. 87, now 88, 88, 87 and 8. He's faster than you. 88, 87, 88, 87,000, 88,000, 87 and 88, 87 and 8, 87 and 8, 87, 88, 87,000, 88,000, 87 and 8, 87 and 8, 87 and 8, 87 and 8, 87,000, 88,000, 87, 88, 87,000, 88,000. Come on, boys, 88,000. 87.5, 88,000, sir. 88,000, 87.5 and 8. Might have been the best dog of the day. 87.5, 88,000. All done. 88, 88, 87.5, 88. Sold that young man. $87,500.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
131, 131, 131, 131, 131, 131. All done, JR, 131. Sold that thing, 130,000. 38, now 38.5, now 38.5, 38.5, 38,005. Come on in, you're out. 38.5. Sold that thing your way, Rick. 38,000. We're talking about now 42, 42, 42, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, all done. 42 and a half, 42 and a half, all done. 4,042 and a half. Sold that thing, 4,000 bucks. 15,000 out of it now, he's all done. I thought he had one more in it. 15, now 15, 5, 15, 15, 5, 15, 15, 5, 15, 15, 5. All done. Sold that thing, Mississippi bound 15,000. 54, 54,000. 54, 54, 54,000, 54, 53.5, 54. So, 53.5, Rick's got a man.
What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Folks, I'm here with Rick Rediger, Rediger Auction Service, and first of all, Rick, great to see you again.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. So, gosh, this farm equipment market has been kind of nuts
exciting, isn't it?
For a couple of years. What have you been seeing down here in Illinois?
Used equipment is the thing to own. Used equipment's being good to the small farmer, large farmer alike. And I think it's going to hang on for a bit yet. Availability and pricing, we all know what it is.
Yeah, that price of new just keeps going up, up, up. And it's hard to get.
Yep, yep.
Anything in particular here the last year or so, year and a half, Rick, that you've noticed when you sell, we're like, wow, that's really a hot item?
I think you got to reflect to the trucks and trailers now that farmers want to be involved in. You know, your grain trailers, dump trailers, and your tractors, your semi-tractors. It's amazing. The good ones really sell good, and the farmers are in there swinging.
Yeah, I know. I saw a grain trailer the other day sell for $70,500, and I had to do a double take.
Yeah, well, I hear that the new ones are in the 90s, so you know, you find that good one, you're using it right away and not waiting to get it. The wait time is horrible, I guess, on some of these products.
Now, Rick, you got your start in 1980 in the auction business. And of course, the 80s were a difficult time.
Horrible time.
But do you remember, like, what do you remember from the early days of your career? Like, when you hit a certain dollar figure, it was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Remember the first thing you sold for like 100,000?
Oh yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, these numbers, yeah, these guys got to learn to count with the big numbers now, and it's a challenge once in a while. But the bidders are faithful; they're good at these numbers, and they know what they are better than we do. They know what they've got to pay, and it'll be exciting today to watch some of this iron.
Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're going to head to Iowa to check out a couple of tractors in the fence row.
I do on-the-side custom fencing. Build fence and take them out with the things in the back, and like I said, if you put them in, you got to be able to take them out. The M farm all there, we bought it in 1980. Shortly after that, we put a driver on it. After that, we put a post puller on the back. And then the 4020, I bought that in 86, and a couple years later I put a driver on it, and then we put a post puller on the back of that. The M motor, I've never ever touched it since 1980. It was supposedly overhauled when I got it. The transmission has been It was redone 2 winters ago. The 4020s had clutches in it, and other than that, it's been good. And so the same way with the 4020, I got a thing on the back to pull out post, a post puller I call it. These drivers both got tilts on them, so you don't have to crank it if you're on a side hill. The advantage of the M versus the John Deere is when you're pulling up to the wire, you don't run over the straight line wire on the fence. You're not running over, it's just right there in the wire. But the 4020 there, you run over the wire when you're driving post. So there's an advantage. 4020 is easier to drive, of course, than an M. However, the M's got power steering. My dad has 800 and some acres up there and always a lot of fencing to do. So that's why we did a lot of post driver. I always wanted one without springs because springs cost money to replace, and I just added weight to it to make it heavier so it hits harder and without breaking any springs. So the other one, it's got springs on it. You got to stretch them before you use it, raise it up and let it stretch. And then so you don't, they call it seasoning of the springs. So you let it stretch and then you start pounding. Otherwise it shocks the springs and breaks them. Like being outside and kind of my own boss, and we all get along good, and it's just kind of fun to be out and about.
Hey, stay with us, folks. Coming up, you're not going to want to miss our feature item on the show today. This 2021 John Deere S780 combine, 660 engine hours complete with floater tires.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Okay, folks, time for our feature item on the show today. A very sharp 2021 John Deere S780 combine. It's got 660 engine hours, 511 separator hours. Now, in the last year, I've seen 10 21 model S780 sold at auction. The average price, $429,550. I've seen them up as high as $460 and as low as $400,250.
Let's go up, boy, 400. How about 425? 400,000. Internet's in, boy, 4 1/4. 425. 14. Never thought of it. 410, 20. 14 now, 20, 20, 20, 20, 420, boys. 410. I'm on the floor for 20. 410. That'll be down the toll. For 10, for 20, for 10, for 20. Turn right. 410, 420, 30. JR, you're out. 430. 420, 430. 420, 430, 430, 420, 425, 430. 425 and 30. 425 and 30, 435. 435 JR, 435 and 40, 440, 440, 440, 435 and 440, 435 and 40, 440 now 5 JR, 445, 445, we're on the wrong side here, boys, 445 now 450, 445 and 50, 445 and 50, 445, 455, 455, 455 now 55, 455, 455, 455 now 460, 455 and 60, 455 and 60, come on internet, 460, 455 and 60, 460,000, 455, 455,000, asking 460, 455 and 60, we all done, boys, 455 and 60, that's a shame, she ought to do better, 455 and 60, hey Derek, you're out, 455 and 60, 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 sold that thing to him, JR, 455,000.
Well, folks, our feature item, the 21 model John Deere S780 combine, 660 engine hours on it, sells for $455,000. That is the 4th highest auction price I've ever seen on a 21 model S780. Well, folks, if I had a nickel for every record high auction price I've seen on a tractor the last 18 months, I'd have a broken back from carrying around all those nickels. Now, seriously, the 33 years I've been doing this, I mean, there's always been record high auction prices coming in, even in the tough times in ag. Get a certain tractor that comes along, right situation, and historically the records would be broken by, $500, $1,000, maybe $1,500. Well, that has just been out the window. Records have just been obliterated. Now let me give you the latest examples, and believe me, I could give you many, many more. But let's start in Lynchburg, Ohio, January 28th, little farm auction by Rick Williams Auction Company. This 2000 New Holland TV140 bidirectional. This thing only had 347 actual hours on it, so literally like new. Now, you knew it was going to sell high, but it went for $103,000. Now that broke a record from 20 years ago, 2003, and it broke it by $36,500. Now 4 days later, our friends at BigIron.com, their weekly sale, had this beautiful 2008 John Deere 8530 with 5,014 hours on it from Kennard, Nebraska, sell on their February 1st online auction. And it went for $210,250, which is the second highest auction price ever on an 8530. But get this, if you isolate to 8530s with over 5,000 hours on it, this is the highest by $41,000. Just incredible. And the very next day, little farm auction in Greens Fork, Indiana, by our friends at Schrader Real Estate and Auction. This really sharp, original 1981 International 1586, 4,261 hours on it, sold for $41,100, record high auction price by $15,850. Well, folks, I told you it was going to be fun to watch that 2014 Ford F550 XLT service pickup sale. And man, was it ever, 87.5. The happy buyer has already taken it away, and we will take you away and see you back here next week on Machinery Pete TV. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America.